Coming up on today's episode of Airborne Unlimited. JMB aircraft and ultralight concept bring back Stampe form JV. Musk showcases airspace reform goals. Final two B29s prepare for return to EAA AirVenture. Welcome to Airborne Unlimited. I'm your host, Holland Lee. Let's get into today's stories. JMB aircraft and ultralight concept bring back Stampe form JV. JMB aircraft and ultralight concept have formed a joint venture with plans to recreate the legendary Stampe SV4B as a full-scale ultralight version. Ultralight concept has been committed to preserving and modernizing the classic aircraft since acquiring the original plans for the SV4B. The aircraft was designed in the 1930s as a training aircraft for the Belgian and French Air Forces and occupies a special place in aviation history. Ultralight's ambitious plan brought the aircraft, redesignated the SV4RS, to its first flight in 2016 as the company joined the elegance of the past with the materials and technology of today. Ultralight concept was able to significantly reduce the empty weight from its original 560 kilograms to a slim 285 kilograms. Optimizing the weight with the use of modern materials and equipment enabled the company to maintain the exact external dimensions of its predecessor while also meeting the standards of contemporary aviation. Since that first flight, about 100 SV4RS airplanes have been sold, demonstrating its popularity among enthusiasts and lovers of neo-retro aircraft. After the break, U.S. seizes second Venezuelan aircraft in Dominican Republic.
Looking for a new generation of proven and efficient aviation power plants that boast modern engineering, electronic ignition, and both direct and gear drive systems? With 100 horsepower to 240 horsepower, the Skyline and Redline engines offer uncommon value in an overpriced industry. Whether you are looking for fixed wing or rotor, MW Fly Americas has been established to service the American market with dedication and expertise. MWFlyAmericas.com.
Meet the first of a new generation of the M-Class family. The M700 Fury. An aircraft worthy of the name, an indomitable force. The M700 Fury transcends traditional limits. With more power, blistering performance, a finely appointed interior, and the luxury of what matters most. Time. Experience the Fury. Join the legacy.
Welcome back. Now let's take a trip around the patch for some shorter stories. U.S. seizes second Venezuelan aircraft in Dominican Republic. A Dassault Falcon 2000EX used by Petróleos de Venezuela S.A. was seized in the Dominican Republic, according to authorities. PDVSA is a sanctioned state-owned Venezuelan oil and natural gas company and was using the aircraft to evade U.S. sanctions and export control laws for the benefit of the regime of Venezuelan President Nicolás Maduro. The seizure took place against the backdrop of U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio being in Venezuela to hold talks with Maduro. EAA confirms more performers for 2025 AirVenture. EAA announced that additional aerobatic performers have been added to the lineup for AirVenture 2025. The next-gen Eagle aerobatic team, a two-ship team that follows in the footsteps of the legendary Eagles aerobatic team. Ed Hamill in Folds of Honor. Ed is a retired U.S. Air Force colonel with more than 30,000 hours of flying time in aircraft that includes the F-16 Fighting Falcon. Paul Bennett. Paul is a multiple national aerobatic champion in Australia with thousands of hours in air shows down under. He'll be bringing his Wolf Pitts Pro biplane built by Steve Wolf. And Starlight Aerial Productions. This is the team that brought amazing drone displays to the night air show at AirVenture, and they're back. Revered Tuskegee Airman combat pilot dies at 100. One of the last surviving Tuskegee Airmen, retired Lieutenant Colonel Harry Stewart Jr., has died at 100 years old. Brian Smith, president and CEO of Detroit's Tuskegee Airmen National Historical Museum, said, quote, "We are deeply saddened by his passing and extend our condolences to his family and friends around the world. Harry Stewart was a kind man of profound character and accomplishment. With a distinguished career of service, he continued long after fighting for our country in World War II." End quote. EASA certifies Safran electric aircraft motor. French aerospace company Safran announced it has secured certification from the European Aviation Safety Agency for the engine US-100 electric motor, the first approval by EASA of an electric aircraft motor, and the first for an electric motor of its size and capability. The engine US-100 is capable of powering small regional transport aircraft with up to 19 passengers and paving the way for a new era of commercial air mobility. That's it for today's Trip Around the Patch. Let's get back to the rest of the news. Musk showcases airspace reform goals. Elon Musk, SpaceX CEO and Secretary of President Trump's new Department of Government Efficiency, has pledged to make, quote, rapid safety upgrades, end quote, to the U.S. air traffic control system. This comes just days after the most deadly plane crash in decades. Musk noted on social media, quote, with the support of President Donald Trump, the team will aim to make rapid safety upgrades to the air control system. For now, it's unclear exactly what these upgrades will be or what they are set to impact. Musk explained after NOTAMs went down on February 2nd, quote, just a few days ago, the FAA's primary aircraft safety notification system failed for several hours, end quote. This same type of outage caused a nationwide ground stop and impacted more than 11,000 flights in January 2023. The update will also hopefully address the extreme shortage of air traffic controllers and the painfully outdated equipment they are forced to use. Industry stakeholders have pushed to replace the nearly 50-year-old ATC radar technology with next-gen tracking systems for years, though high costs and delays have limited progress. While there has been overwhelming support for an air traffic control system reform, many in political power have questioned whether Musk should be the one to make it happen. After these messages, final two B29s prepare for return to EAA AirVenture.
Direct Fly USA proudly introduces the new Alto NG, a single-engine, two-seat light sport aircraft for the North American market. This simple, all-metal aircraft design provides low-maintenance cost, easy, comfortable access, and responsive flight controls. Equipped with the Rotax 912 engine and a ballistic parachute, the Alto NG is reliable and safe. Learn more about the Alto NG at directflyusa.com.
I'm currently using the Hartzell Talon, by far the best aerobatic propeller ever come out.
I use the Trailblazer. It adds performance to the Super Decathlon and dependability, and it's rugged.
Hartzell's been an excellent partner for Whip Air, just in terms of your product support as well as keeping an eye on the market and developing new products that meet demand.
It's helping us all have better performing airplanes.
It's such a proud honor to fly behind that propeller.
Welcome back. Final two B29s prepare for return to AirVenture. The last two flying Boeing B29 Superfortresses, dubbed Doc and Fifi, will be returning to Oshkosh, Wisconsin this summer for EAA AirVenture. The bombers will be on display at the Boeing Plaza throughout the air show. The B29 is truly a legendary aircraft. It was designed in 1940 and took the stage as the largest, most technologically advanced bomber in the U.S. From 1943 to 1946, nearly 4,000 Superfortresses were built. Of the 26 surviving B-29s, only 2 are airworthy, Doc and Fifi. Doc rolled off the line in 1944 and served with the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs Squadron at Griffith Air Force Base. The bomber took its first post-restoration flight in July 2016 and is now operated by the nonprofit Doc's Friends. The second airworthy Superfortress is Fifi. In the early 70s, a team of commemorative Air Force members tracked the plane-turned-missile target down at the Navy Proving Ground in China Lake, California. The B-29 is now owned and operated by the CAF's B-29 B-24 Squadron in Dallas. The pair took their first joint flight in 2017. They have since appeared together around a half dozen times, 3 being at EAA AirVenture. Doc and Fifi were a major part of last year's show. And that's our show for today. You can catch episodes of Airborne on YouTube, Roku, or Fire TV. Just search for Aero-News or Airborne. And don't forget to follow us on social media. Thanks for watching.